McCarthy refers to them as edge penalties, where he wants guys to play on the edge, but obviously you don't want the infraction. How do you evaluate, now that you have some time, Sunday with some of those penalties?
I mean, look, I take full responsibility for it, regardless of how I may feel about either one of them. It's not the time and place for it, but I do tend to play on the edge a little bit with that. I think, like I said a couple weeks ago, I got to do a better job as far as containing that and using it in the right way and not go overboard and, get a penalty, obviously. So I'll be better about that here in the future.
How much did you want to have that tackle for loss after you had
I wanted it bad. I joke about it, in college, that running back falls down. That's the difference between, college football and the NFL. Those backs all of them are good, especially Cook. So, I wish I would have gotten it, but big play either way. We got him in the backfield, and that's all that matters.
Randy, question for league-wide for a minute. Calvin Ridley and Lane Johnson have both stepped away from football this year to deal with mental health to address it. What goes through your mind when you see that? How do you think the conversation around mental health is changing?
Well, it's changing in the right direction. I think it was something that probably wasn't talked about enough, or people had their reasons for not wanting to talk about it. It's still that way a little bit today, even with myself. It's great that guys like Dak and him and others across the league are speaking up more and are taking time away from the field if they need that. I think we all need that in our day-to-day lives. I think we have a lot of stress, especially after COVID and different things going on in the world right now. But it's good. It's good that the teams recognize that and give players that chance to voice that and take some time away. And it's good that players are taking upon themselves to act that out and get themselves better. So,
in some respects, you were kind of ahead of the curve when it came to being public about your experience with mental health.
Not by choice, but yeah.
Why have you chosen to, maybe kind of help squash that? I'm trying to get the word, but the idea that it's kind of taboo and not something to talk about.
I mean, I'm not the one to really want to talk about it, to be honest. If someone asks me about it, I'll talk to them about it. But I don't really go out of my way to do that. I believe a lot of that is private, and it is. And for myself, that's a big deal. And so, I don't know. I choose not to talk about it that much. But like I said, it's good that guys are speaking up on it. I think it's a big deal, not just in the professional world, but just like I said, in everyday life. So hopefully in the future we'll continue to take the right steps to kind of take a more serious approach with that.
What's the best stretch of play you have back to back, week to week?
Yeah. I mean, I guess stat-wise, maybe. I don't really like to look at it that way. I'm trying to really look at it as a week-to-week thing. Every week is new, and it's a new opponent, new game plan, new mindset, and that's how I'm trying to go about it. I don't want to get too caught up in what I did last week, whether it be good or bad, and I don't want to look too far in the future and think about where I could be or where I should be here in 10, 12 games, as individually or as a team. So I think a lot of guys are locking in that way and just focusing on this week.
You're closing in on the number of snaps you played all of last season. You're on pace for more snaps than you've ever played. How are you feeling body-wise? How's everything? We know you got the the neck and all that.
It's always a mixed bag of little nicks and injuries, but I'm doing the right thing to take care of them. I'll be good to go, obviously, no matter what. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad to take these snaps. It's a bigger workload that I'm used to in the past. I think my body's up for the challenge, and just got to manage things throughout the week, so I'm prepared for Sunday.
When you and Micah were working with Dan over the what were y'all working on, and what's it like when you two are working together?
Just different, every end has a different approach to their rush, and every tackle has a different, kick, trying to get to their point of attack. So just looking at our different approaches and what we would expect from our approaches and different counters and things like that. Micah has a different way of rushing the quarterback and getting to his point of attack as I do. So he's going to get a different look, and that's kind of what we were working on over there.
What has Dan told you about what does he tell about what those 5 months or so were like between when he was finishing Atlanta and came here, what he learned about himself and how it affects the defense going on?
I haven't really spoken to him that much about that. I really haven't. Sorry.
You just said that you're week to week on your approach, so this question's probably going to be bad, but this is a pretty important season for you going forward with the contract. Do you think about your future?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I don't, but I don't think too much into it. Like I said, I think I do better when I live in the present, and in the past it's been hard for me to do that, and so it's really crucial for me to do that right now so that I can get the goals that I want. Obviously, that being a contract, and that day will come. Right now I'm just focused on trying to win games and improve my play on the field and be the best locker room guy I can be around everyone. So stay on that, week to week.
As you weigh things out, how much the fact that Jerry and the Cowboys stood by you through all of that impact what may or may not happen come March?
I don't know. I mean, look, at the end of the day, the whole Jones family, they understand what they mean to me and what they've done for me. That would be taken into consideration with just about anything involving them. Like I said, the contract stuff, that's so far ahead in the future. And I've never been in a position to deal with that kind of thing. So, I'll leave that to my agent and the front office. But, right now I'm just focused on playing.
Micah was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Defensive Player of the Week. It seems like his elevation in play really started here, the way his approach changed. I was just curious what we saw of him both in the period leading up to Sunday night and also the game itself.
I just think he's more focused. I've always said, Micah is he's a great player. He's a great person. I think a lot of times with him, he's so good at a lot of things that, early on we're probably trying out a lot of different things with him and just figuring out what he does best. And, with that, he's got to stay locked in so that he knows every little thing he does, because we do move him around. He does play a lot of different spots. And I think for him, his like I said, his level of focus this past week leading up to the game is probably his biggest difference. And his level of confidence probably went up. Obviously, he wants to have a better game than he did the week before and the week before that. And so I think that all kind of factored into him having such a great week. And, now it's about building on that and not going backwards and continuing forward with that play.
Dan's talked about changing up some coverages calls in the middle of games in recent weeks. I think he said y'all were going to bring more pressure than you ended up bringing this week. When y'all have that change of call, how does that get to you guys, and what's the key to all being on the same page on the table?
Change of calls in?
Like, okay, you expect, the packages are going to be different, or they're floating the boxes.
I mean, look, I don't think our game plan going in the week, it's not real complex. We've been working on a lot of these plays since training camp, so, going into the week, a lot of it's trimmed down anyway. You get in a game, we may make some minor adjustments, or as far as how we play a certain block, but as far as taking out a play or adding in a play that we didn't have up, a lot of guys do a pretty good job as far as being able to handle that, And I think we've shown that, last couple games.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, just change some things up at halftime if need be, and get out with the win.
Yeah.
Who's that, Bash?
Nah.
I don't even have to look.
Yeah.
I just assume it's Bash. Yeah, all right, yeah.
What's up, man?
You want to take over for me?
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm done, guys. Here you go. You got Bash now, all right?